Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sarah Lynn Amazing Brown, and this is Slab Stories. I hope the holidays were wonderful for you as they were wonderful for me. But you know what? The holidays are over. Time to go back to hell with the rest of the Hellraiser series quick review. I'm going to talk about all the Hellraiser movies I love and the only couple ones I don't, and the one I didn't even see. Hellraiser 2 is a must-see movie. That is where there is a big part of the story that I am not going to reveal here, but it is important to the Hellraiser series, and if you don't catch it, you might not notice it in Hellraiser 3. When Hellraiser 3 comes around, plus one more thing about Hellraiser 2, Julia in Hellraiser 2 is a whole new animal. Julia. If you didn't catch it in number 1, you're going to notice in number 2. In part 3, The Hell on Earth, the movie on my shirt. This is an awesome Hellraiser movie. This movie has more kills than any other Hellraiser film. This one takes it into the streets. You see it in a club. You see more Cenobites. You see the people become Cenobites. There's a lot of good lines in here. Oh my goodness. Hellraiser 3 is one of my favorite Hellraiser movies. Hellraiser 3, Hellraiser Bloodlines, and Hellraiser 1 are my favorite Hellraiser movies. And that brings us on to Hellraiser 4, Bloodlines. Hellraiser 4 is where you get Angelique. Angelique is amazing. She is a female antagonist, finally for once, that you can look at in the film and see her as a beautiful bad guy, a beautiful something. Because in all the horror films, it's always Pinhead and the male Cenobites, but now, and I mean, we did a barbed wire, so she was there, but she was kind of silent, and she would only show a couple seconds on film. I think she's on the film maybe a few seconds every movie, but Angelique had words, she had a part, she had a character, she started from somewhere, she became something. We followed that in the movie, and in Bloodlines, it came together really well as a really weird horror film. Like, that's a really weird horror film. If you watch Bloodlines alone and you don't even watch Hellraiser 1, you could actually do that and enjoy that film. But if you watch 1, 2, 3, and 4, you're really going to get something special out of it. Moving on to 5, Inferno. It is good. I rewatched it again and I enjoyed it a lot more than I did remember. But it is a little slower, but it's actually a trip. So if you watch that movie intoxicated, you're going to get really intoxicated watching that movie because there's a lot going on. And it's like really kind of trippy how things in that film, the way it was shot, it really does take you there and you get really tripped out by it. Hellraiser 6, Hellseeker. Hellseeker is good too, and that brings back Ashley Lawrence from the first and second movies. She comes back and makes a reappearance, and her character's in there, and it's a trip. That one's good too. It's a little intense. Like, these ones get different. I think they really hit their pinnacle with 4. 4 is where they found where they were and they really did something different. They had some period pieces in there. They brought it back to new times. They went to the future. I mean, Bloodlines really was an all-around good movie. Hell on Earth, I think, also really that's what Hellraiser is. Hellraiser is that type of movie. When they go to 5 and 6, they're good, but there's such personal stories wrapped around the box and characters going through stuff that they can really get you down that rabbit hole. Number 7, Deader. I don't like dope fiends, and Deader has a lot of dope fiendish shit in it. Like, they're all if you can get past that, you might enjoy it better than me. But for me, seeing those people all laid out like that, looking all drugged out. It was very hard for me to like see past that to where these people, I could give their characters more weight. I was kind of like, I don't even care, And it was good though. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not one of my favorites at all. Hellworld is good. I actually like Hellworld. It's not even a freaking Hellraiser story. Like from the rumors that I've heard, it was squirreled in later. They just added Hellraiser to it, but it is kind of cool. The whole thing about the people using the online to get in, because this is when online was new, so you get to see the older technology of computers, people working their way through the site to get into a game or to get a secret invite. That is actually interesting because it was very new at the time. So when I first saw that movie, I enjoyed it more, and I still enjoyed it when I watched it again because I did rewatch it. The next movie, Revelations, I did not watch that movie. I did try, but I just could not get into that male actor. That male actor is just, I just couldn't. I'm too connected to Doug Bradley. The Revelations or Judgment. Judgment's next. Judgment, I did watch. I own that movie. It's weird. It's just weird. It's like when someone takes a story and makes it their own, and it's so far their own that it doesn't connect to the other story at all anymore, except to the end. That's Judgment. The last one I didn't see. I didn't see the last one. I don't have Hulu. I canceled my Netflix and my Disney Plus. So I'm just working with Peacock and Prime and YouTube and new horror movies. Gosh, I hate to say it, but I'm really not liking new horror movies anymore. I like to watch my old movies. I watch old movies all the time. I just watched The House That Drips Blood the other day. I'm more into watching old movies with good stories that you have to invest yourself into. I don't want any messaging. I don't want any movies that, like, I watched a movie that every character had an androgynous name, and it was like a running theme in the movie that every girl had a name that could be perceived as a guy, and every guy had a name that could be perceived as a girl. And it was just like, I just couldn't get over that shit. Like, it just took me out of the story. Like, what world are we living in? Are we living in this world, Earth? Is this movie taking place in a world where everything's backwards, forwards, in different ways? Like, I like old movies because I know the world I'm living in. I understand the world that the movie's in. When you understand, even Hellraiser, you look at that movie, this series, you go into that movie, you are there. You are in the box. You don't want to touch the box. You don't want anything to happen to you with the box. The new movies sometimes, I'm a very deep thinker when I see things. So for me, when I'm watching a film, I like to escape. I don't want to think about politics, religion. Religion for Christ, like devil movies. Okay, those are good. But they use their religion to force the movie through. They're not trying to preach at you about something. Maybe don't call Satan or don't open mysterious devil boxes, which those I get. But I like a movie that takes me someplace where I'm safe to let my mind go and just trust the zone. So let me give you guys some movie ideas for if you don't know what you want to watch. Hellraiser 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, skip 7, go to 8, and then maybe go... 9. Judgment is not bad. Deader is not bad. I think you should watch the bad ones. You should always watch the ones just to see where the story goes, and it's interesting to watch how the films change. You can't always see everything you like all the time. It's good you can't know what's good if you don't see what's bad. So watch them all. Watch the Hellraiser series. There's a huge rumor Hellraiser might be coming to HHN 35. Be up on the series if it does, because a lot of movies. I think it's 11 movies, the 9, 10, 11 movies. You need to be able to know all the lore so that when you go there you can understand. And even if you don't want to, they don't do the horror night thing, the movies are good. They're really good horror films, and it's cool to see what they did different with each one. How each one of them, they don't really connect, but there is a theme. There's constant themes in them, especially 5 and 6. You can really see, even in 7, Deader, you see that same theme of somebody who is halfway self-destructive on their path to figure out what they're trying to do, but they're actually kind of putting themselves in harm's way by succeeding their mission. So, watch Hellraiser series. I'm gonna do more videos. I really want to do some fun videos about some other stuff too, but movies is where it's at, man. Horror movies is where it's at. I love all my good old horror movies. I want to do my Sunset Boulevard next. I love Sunset Boulevard. I love my black and white movies. I don't know if you guys are ready to go that far back with me, but I want to go all the way back, man, to where the dialogue was everything. To the best dialogue you'll ever hear is in some of these older films where they talk to each other like, man, they're so blunt but classy. Like, that's something we miss in some of the newer films as well, is everybody's just so blunt but not classy anymore. So much slang and so meta. Like, being in your own world in a movie is priceless. When you're a filmmaker and you create your own world for your characters to operate, and they have their own way of talking to each other, but yet we as an audience understand we're in that world. We find this world to be true. That is skill. That is beautiful. But when it's like you don't know where the hell this shit is coming from, you're like, this don't really, what world is this happening at? I don't know. This don't make no sense. You know, movies gotta take your brain somewhere, and imagination is fun and wondrous, but we also have to be grounded in some type of reality. Like the box. Don't touch the box. Everybody have a wonderful night. Find your family, find your friends, find someone you love, hug them, kiss them, and watch movies with them. Make some food, pop some corn, put on some coffee, hot cocoa, hot tea, seltzer water, regular water, healthy drinks. Don't be drinking too much alcohol when you watch horror movies, because you'll miss the plot. You can't get sauced up when you're watching horror movies if you really want to stay focused. Like, you can have 1 or 2, but don't go past that, because you will not get it. Like I don't like to drink when I'm watching horror movies. I like to just watch it sober so that I can really get in and let my brain figure out what's going on. It's more stimulating to the brain. My dogs are barking. I gotta go. Everybody have a wonderful day. Slab Stories out.